on, guys? TJ got Kicks 89 here, back with another video exclusively for you out there. Today we have got a very special unboxing video. This is on a pair of shoes that have not seen the light of day. They have never been retroed. They are a pair of legendary skate shoes in my opinion. A little bit of history. The first $100 skateboard shoe that was released in 1997. You can tell by the box and by the logo, you know whose shoe this is. So this is, I would think, the first Malaysian review for the S Muska retroed in 2023. So before doing that, I want to do a big shout out to Thong Wong Hoi, Bro Thong. Thank you so much for helping out. He's one of the dealers for S Malaysia. Basically, Zone 5 skateboard shop has always been carrying S ever since the light of day. And he helped out with pre-ordering these for me. He told me when they were available, how much they were going for. Apparently they're supposed to come with a t-shirt, but we don't get that this time around. I will review that for you when it arrives. But we have a pair of the blue, gray, or the gray pair based on the color code. That's just my sticker just to indicate that this pair is mine specifically. But for the box, you have basically the color scheme with the blue and gray and the white everywhere around the shoe. Even on the bottom, you've got the same thing at the top. So yeah, man, let the angels sing. Now for context, when you do open the box, you get this Muska silhouette paper, and it's one that you actually see on his skateboard, on his shorty skateboard, the one where he's sitting. And that picture was actually shot with the S Muskas on. And oh god, this box is big. Yeah, man. When I heard these were retroing alongside the Kriegers, I was pretty damn excited because I never thought I would be owning this shoe. Oh man, look at that thing, it's a beauty. The first $100 skateboard shoe, and now for 2023 it's being sold for 150 US dollars. Here in Malaysia it's 719, which is not too far from, let's say, the Ellington Li Nings, or even as far as probably some Nike SBs at this point. So just pick your poison. I prefer my OG stuff. That's what we do on this channel. That's what I'm really into. So let's get into the goddamn, sorry, I shouldn't be cursing. Let's get into this beautiful retro of a shoe that we have not seen the light of day. Prior to this shoe releasing, you could only see it on Golden Era Collector. Sorry, not Golden Era. Yeah, you could only see it on Golden Era Collector, Dark Slide 86s, Chomp on Kicks. The skate shoe war era was very important in having S, Pierre-Andre Senriguez, and just entire Soul Tech want to bring this back. Sorry for the interruption. I was just gonna add on to how it's very important to have the OG skaters want to be very invested in re-releasing their shoe, like Krieger. I know Action and Kareem Campbell's partnership didn't go so far, but those riders are instrumental in bringing back these and retelling the story to the younger generation. We know the story, the younger generations don't. And David Bluetile made a very important point in asking the question whether or not younger kids are actually into this. We know that there's a generation of them, like the OG Sabotage crews, that are into skating the stuff that was released back in the 90s, but that's just a minor demographic. How about the larger demographic? So that's just a question that I have sometimes. So let's not waste any more time. Let's get into the damn shoe now. Muska designed this based on the shell toes because he loved the shell toes. I initially thought it was a duck boot, but he said that he just wanted a big shell, a big rubber toe cap. So S gave him lines to signify the shell toe with a rubber toe cap, which was very in line with the trend at the time. And what's interesting to note is that this material used all around the shoe is a synthetic material, but based on the sticker it does say leather. I have an inclination thinking that it is leather, and in my mind it probably is leather, but it has one of the thickest polyurethane coatings ever, and like I just think like grip tape will not do damage to this, much less this. So I am impressed with the materials that they actually used on the shoe. It feels like you have a PAL AB toe cap just running across the entire shoe, which is great for skateboarding, man. Like Nyjah has an all rubber skate shoe. That just shows you the importance of having rubber placement in skateboard shoes. But it's understandable to those that actually want to have genuine leather, genuine suede, genuine nubuck on their shoes. But this is what, for now, this is what helps, you know. So running up, you've got the 4 lace holes with the S logo, those rubberized laced holes that help with abrasion resistance, and is one of the key features of the shoe as well. And it's very, very good. Very, very happy to see it back. Very, very welcome. And at the bottom, before you reach the midsection, you have one of the most key features of the shoe, which is an S accent in this teardrop shape, and that actually is functional in helping to shield away abrasion from the ollie area, because most skateboarders will actually blow through this area before any other area on the skateboard shoe. Moving up to the midfoot, you have more of that hard PAL AB 2000 material, coated leather, I want to say. And you have this Jordan 4 inspired mesh, rubber mesh actually, and it's slightly peaked, if you can tell. Like you can tell the peaks coming over there. And this protects the mesh that is underneath, and that helps with ventilation, with the air coming in and out of the shoe, so your foot doesn't get too hot in the shoe. Moving over to the back, you've got more of that sexy little mesh hiding that gray mesh, hiding that blue mesh under there. On the back, you've got the S logo, which is in 3M, and I think this camera picks it up pretty well. We're in Malaysia, right? So on the heel, you have more of that sturdy leather, and you have the pull tab, which is also a key feature of this shoe. S Footwear, done up in white on a gray cloth. On this side, you have more or less the same thing that's on this side, except you don't have the accent. Going up the tongue, you've got a perforated tongue with rope laces, and the shoe does come with extra gray laces, which is very helpful. And those rope laces are basically just inspired by boots and basically what Muska wanted at the time. The OGs had a mesh tongue, but this one has a perforated leather with lining the tongue. And on the top, you've got the important Muska logo rubberized there. And I said this in my 197, basically all S riders, pro riders who had pro shoes would have their names on their shoe, much like how Adidas would put the names of their riders, or of their shoes, of their pros on the side of the shoe. So that was an interesting design feature from S. New for 2023, you actually have a lace lock that comes with the shoe, and I think if it's it doesn't really serve a purpose, but it's just something that's collectible and pretty nice to have, nice to hold. I don't think I'll be using it, but it's nice to have there if you want to have your laces loosey-goosey and like have the old 1997 Chad Muska vibe. On the actual tongue, you have another very important feature, and this is the first shoe to feature a stash pocket, so you could put things inside there like the scissors probably, and this USB cable. Let's try to put that inside there. So put that inside there and hide your USB cable from the cops probably. The size tag on this shoe is really all the way down there, but you have really puffy padded tongue, which I believe the puff is almost true to the OG, in addition to that stash pocket. And the lining at the back is gray, much like the rest of the shoe. And this is also on the what's this called, on the collar of the shoe. You have the same gray corresponding with the back of the tongue. On the inside, you have one of the bestest throwbacks ever you've got the Muska silhouette deck logo graphic on the footbed, and this is not printed on. This is not screen printed on. It is actually like, I don't know what method this is called, but the one where it forms part of the material, and that is nice to have because you won't have Muska peeling off and S peeling off, and this is very welcome in my opinion. You have this perforated footbed that is not too padded, not too thin, but I personally think this is more just like a novelty. If you're actually going to be skating this, you probably won't be appreciating this that much. Who wants to skate a 719 ringgit shoe? I do. Going over to the bottom of the shoe. This shoe is obviously a cupsole construction, but even being a cupsole, it actually provides pretty good flex, and the midsole used here, this polyurethane midsole, is pretty nice and pretty cushioned. You've got, let's see, oh yeah, you don't have an airbag. I was looking for an airbag, but that's what the sole looks like. You got the white and gray. This is just painted on. This is also just painted on. And going over to the sole of the shoe, you have one of the most aggressive tread patterns on a skateboard shoe ever. Look at how deep that is, even on the gray parts. But you basically just have the S accent at the heel in blue and a huge S script logo on the top there with these massive what are they called again? Herringbone tread patterns, which according to Nightwing2303 is also a callback to the Adidas Superstar, which this shoe was based on. So that is the first Malaysian review of the S Muska here in Malaysia for the first time, and I think I'm the first to review it. Thank you so much again, Zone 5, for making this dream of skaters in Malaysia come true. And this has been your boy TJ Got Kicks 89. Hopefully the B-rolls that I did, if there are any, help. And yeah, that's it guys. TJ Got Kicks 89. Muska for 2023. Muskalade.